Okay, let's see how Oswald Avery used Griffith's experiment to show that DNA was in fact the transforming factor. So we're still on objective DNA 1, summarize the experiments that led to the discovery of DNA as the genetic material. In 1944, Avery and his colleagues repeated what Griffith did in his experiment, but added an additional step. They used enzymes to break down all the macromolecules, except for one, to try to find out what the transformation factor was. So this is Avery's experiment. He took the boiled S strain, so remember this should be safe, and then we're going to start down here, just for dramatic effect, and added enzymes to say get rid of all of the proteins. And when he got rid of all the proteins, the mouse still died. Okay. And he added it, this is adding it to the rough strain. He did the same experiment again, but added a lipase, so enzymes to get rid of the lipids, but leaving everything else. And added it to the rough strain, put it in the mouse, and the mouse still died. So therefore it wasn't the lipids that was the problem. He used an enzyme to break down the RNA and added that to the S strain, the boiled S strain, mixed it with the R strain, added it to the mouse, and the mouse still died. And then finally he added enzymes to break down the DNA. And when he broke down the DNA in the S strain, added it to the living R strain, put it in the mouse, and the mice lived. So Avery's conclusion was that because when he broke down the DNA, that showed that the DNA was the transforming factor because the mice lived. Avery didn't understand how transformation happened or how it was possible or what the mechanisms were, but at least he showed us that DNA was in fact the material that was carrying our genetic information.